That's an interesting one. Let's go for it. We might have one trigger. So we will draw a card. Let's go for N8. So I think that we can live with this. And here we go. Now we can go Wrenn and force the ultimate. If they tap all the mana and go up to 3, I Boseiju this. Because they are at 1 right now. I wish I had this Emperor for +1 token. We would already win, man. Yep. Good choice, good choice. Let's see the attackers. The main curse for this turn. He has only 2 attackers, and I can chomp block this. Alright. And this is why we didn't care. And this also cannot attack, so we have another free turn. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today, the deck you didn't know even existed, because it didn't until we created it. Selesnya control with Nissa and the Tyrant as the finisher, so this will be epic, you know it. For the mid game, use Glorious Sunrise. You either ramp with 3 mana, gain life, or just draw cards, because your tokens are usually having power 3 or greater, so this just does a little bit of everything. You will also be the witness for Wrenn and Realmbreaker ultimate, but it will go crazy very soon. So guys, I hope you will enjoy it, and I mean, if you've never seen deck like this, maybe it's worth a subscribe and a like on the video, huh? Maybe? Alright guys, I hope you'll have as much fun as I had, and the games will be absolutely epic, so enjoy. Alright, let's sit. We will try to ramp with Shigeki probably. We have some cards, and I would really love another land. Like man, when you ramp with Shigeki, it's great. Oh, the Hydra can be really epic. Alright, I'm starting to get excited for this one. So we will try to get as many lands as we can, then play the Hydra and probably go into Tyrant. We'll see. Our opponent just having a no fun approach. I know, it's coming from a control player, like I cannot speak about those things. So we could go with the Hydra, but I don't think it's worth it. We just want more lands basically. I really hope that won't be Geeks. That's a double black. Please don't Geeks me. Don't Geeks me, be a good person. Like, we can kinda beat Geeks, but we don't really want to try beat. Like, it's so many cards and we didn't draw a sweeper. Or, you know, we have one removal, but of course it's butted. Fight rigging. You know what? It's interesting, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a little bit scary, to be honest. We can use Nissa to kill it, but we need more lands. But potentially we can do it even on the next turn. That means we probably won't lose Nissa to the bat, because it doesn't scale so quickly. And that should mean we can live with Nissa, but of course we need untap land for this. And we also need to hit with Shigeki, which actually isn't as... well, if I cast her, she's a 3, she will be a 2 loyalty, so she actually will die to the bat. So scrap that. I was close, but not close enough. And I wonder if he considers like Smite with 1 white mana. Nope, he doesn't. He considered, but he decided against it, which is a fair point. I told you, man, this is always so close. Like, I'm missing Shigekis more than I should. So, we can go with this, or just go Emperor. Honestly, I think Emperor is the best. It might get really messy though. It might really get messy. But I get lost, so I will try. It might be a bad play, but I will go with it. I cannot wait until his turn, because he won't be attacking into this mana. So we will probably see a fight rigging trigger and some, you know, 6/6. Yep. They always have it in the end. Let's see what the card is. You know, the bat is probably the... they will get lost, probably. I think this is get lost. You know what? This could be interesting, because we can use the Hydra to actually defend. And this is a decent draw. I can Nissa, but she will only be at what, 3? So yeah, it's not strong enough. I can lock down into get lost. That will cost me the full turn. But I kinda negate everything. I could also get Hydra. If Hydra dies, I get a lot of value. But I think we should be focused on just Yeah, I need 3 triple white. I think we need to be focused about, you know, just answering his board, because his deck can be very scary. And I probably want to save Emperor. It won't be easy for him to kill her. And by not easy, like, he needs to tap the cottage and attack with both. That's his only chance. A Gitrog. A random Gitrog appears. Well, do you want to saddle it? They know about Get Lost, they shouldn't do it. Yeah, they probably want to put the counter here, honestly. It seems good way, because this is a 6 attacker and this is 7 attacker, but this is way better card, and it also can attack every turn at the beginning of combat phase, so we're already in the combat phase. Let's see the attack. Oh, I think he kinda messed it a little bit. He cannot attack with this. Like, if he does it like this, I kill both. That's why we plus them. Oh, he realizes that there is a problem. Alright. So now, we can kill the Gitrog. And that gives us time. We also don't need to care about this hideaway. So we lost the Emperor, but we have basically a clear board for 2 turns. And hopefully, that will be enough. I wish I had a landman. That would make Nissa so much more powerful. But it is what it is. You know, we need to work with it. Let's start ramping and getting some extra creatures. Like, the fact that this is stunned is a big deal. If he goes for the cottage, he can spend the full turn to attack Nissa. Oh man, he really likes those frogs. But so do we. So that our tokens are getting a little bit better. The trample is not very good for us. Man, this is problematic. So I can protect her, but she will be at 1. Is it even worth it? I honestly think it is. Just because we get a charm blocker for this, so we can use Emperor on this. A Tapland. Very, very slow, that's for sure. Wrenn. A strong card, but I don't think we need... Like, we have Tyrant. And yeah, I could get rid of fight rigging, but it's not important.
Must be nurtured.
I think I want the Emperor. Man, this is so hard, but if we can hit a land on the next turn, we can just go Tyrant and possibly outvalue them. A Titan. Extremely strong card, but you know what? Oh no, this will be a bad, but I can play the Emperor in response. Yeah, I need to play it now. Still, Emperor has the ability for the rest of the turn. Remember, you don't need to use it immediately. It's at instant speed for the rest of the turn. He should go for the Tyrant. Oh, sorry. He should go for the Tyrant. Because we can potentially cast it on the next turn, and it can draw so many cards. And Nissa is doing a lot of work. Man, this guy doesn't whiff. Like, he doesn't whiff since like 5 turns. Every turn is like a 5 or 7 mana drop. Like, imagine if he had no place for a single turn. Like, we would be instantly in the game. But it's fine. We'll try to work our way through it. By the way, if we draw a Sunfall, we'll instantly win. I don't think Shigeki is a good choice. What did he fear? Probably Get Lost, but it's super slow, man. Like, I need to basically take a full turn just to play a Get Lost. Maybe he wanted Lockdown, because we can kill Bat and this. But it slows us down, so I think it's a good idea still. If he attacks with the Gitrog, we can what? We can -2 it. Like, we can use Emperor at the flash speed, right, all the time. Maybe he should go for either Bat or Rhino. Yep, good choice, good choice. Let's see the attackers. The main curse for this turn. He has only 2 attackers, and I can chomp block this. Alright. And this is why we didn't care. And this also cannot attack, so we have another free turn. Oh, a Tapland. I knew this would be a Tapland, man. It had to be a Tapland. This is worse. This is definitely worse. This has trample, so we probably won't protect our creatures. That's really unfortunate. If I drew an untapped land, I would probably win. I think I would win. But right now we need to kind of work around stuff. Shigeki, how good are you? Like, it can do... Like, I would prefer Sun... I'll be honest, I just want Sunfall at this point. And I think we definitely go like this. So this is Chomp Blocker, probably. If we put the counter, I can block this. Alright, I actually need to think how he will attack. He wants Nissa gone, so he will probably attack Titan on Nissa. And I can block with the Hydra, and she will be at 1. Then I need to Chomp Block. You know what? I honestly think this is better. I might be wrong, but I think it aligns a little bit better. And when we get all those treasures, we can also start drawing cards with Nissa when we have Tyrant on board. He has the cottage, so that's a bit of an additional problem. When he finally whiffs, he has 6-6, potentially. Actually 7-7 with haste, because he can activate all of this. Oh, he's going for the trample. No counter. He wanted the counter, so that's kinda good for us. Not the biggest difference, but he wanted the counter. That's why he did it. Alright. So now he changed his mind and didn't want to risk anymore. And he is attacking, so I have to block with this. I will lose a lot of creatures, but I will get a lot of cards. Unless he just goes with the flying and kills Nissa, I guess. Yeah, I guess that kinda works. If we don't lose the Hydra, that can... we won't... I mean, we are okay, we don't need more. Unless I want to play another spell. So I think we can just double block here. It's so sad that we're losing Nissa. But, you know, what can you do? What can you do? And this is... What are you attacking? Also Emperor. Yeah, so we cannot really save her. He will kill this, probably, leaving the Hydra. And then we play the Tyrant and go from there. On the next turn, the Hammer Skull will, you know, commence. I wonder why he didn't go for the Cottage. Oh, he actually went with the Hydra. That's great. I love it. Absolutely love it. Raptor. Remember, Sunfall wins the game all the time. So... Huh. Lockdown is not good enough. It's good, but not good enough. So I think we'll start with this one. And just see what we draw. That is indeed a lockdown. Is this good enough? Like, he will be having a lot of creatures. He will attack with this. I can just try to go with Shigeki, get the ramp. So he will attack with this for sure. I mean, we have pretty decent rights. This doesn't really block anything though. So we can basically get 2 creatures at the cost of 1 and those treasures. I think it's a good deal. I think it's a good deal. And we can float the mana for Shigeki. Okay, I like this plan. Let's go triple green, double white. And we should be fine. So we lose 1, he loses 2, and we get the card back. And now we use this mana to play Shigeki. We couldn't get the mana later because the treasures would be exiled. So he has a lot of mana. Oh right, they have Raccoon, which is infinite value as well. Oh my god, this deck doesn't stop. Like, and I'll tell you, this guy knows how to draw cards. Like, he will literally go fight rigging and trigger another card. Like, he's drawing triple 7 drops with every draw basically. Like, holy moly, can you just draw a land for like a good person? I can show you how. So let's see how good his hideaway is. If that's a Titan or something, we might be in some serious trouble. Right now I'm really banking on the Tyrant. I wish I could get Nissa, so we could double draw cards from the Tyrant in a way. And the Raccoon will also be a problem. Of course, at every point Sunfall wins the game, but you know, you need to hit it. A Flesh Gorger. So Sunfall even more wins the game right now. We absolutely go and trade here. That's actually a very good draw for us, a very good trade for us. I get the card, I lower the board, and I get the same creature again. And I need some... Alright, see? At some point, we will win. I would love to attack with the Tyrant. I would love to get this value, man. You know, you can try. You can always try. So, we get the mana back from this. I can get some damage. We need to be careful. Well, I won't have enough mana. They can use the cottage and exile the Tyrant, but I think we just need to fight with the rest of the value. Like, you know, we need to just go around it. And this will be 5 mana. I'm a little bit sad we don't get the full value from Tyrant. Is that Mirrex? I mean, double Mirrex is no joke here. Like, we have the mana to support it. And that's another Sunfall. Alright, so I think we should win here. Our opponent needs insane top deck, and I don't even know what it could be. I mean, he will show me. I'm sure that it won't be a land, right? It cannot be a land. They went for the Graveyard, but I'm not sure why. Alright. They should exile Tyrant, in my opinion, or Sunfall, but we have 2 if I remember. So, yep. We can take this hit, and we can stabilize from now on. At least that's what I think. Probably Tyrant, they know how powerful it is. I have a 4/4, so if they attack again, I can basically nullify their whole turn for 2 mana, and then draw 2 cards, or 3 if we draw a land. Is that a hard choice? We cannot take legendaries. I really think... yeah, they took the Tyrant, I believe. And that's a good choice. Alright, here's the land. And what can we get? Sunfall, and Hydra. Up the Beanstalk March will give us... man, we have good cards. We actually have really good cards here. So we should be closing the game soon. Our opponent can go with the cottage and try to get it into oblivion. He might get what? He really likes the Titan so far. So I think he will get the Titan, play it. He has 2 mana on top of it. And kill the lockdown, get the bat and exile one of the Shigekis. But then we get the other one. And we can get Sunfall and kill everything. You know, once and for all. He's really good at killing enchantments, man. And I told you. You think he's out of value? Man, as long as there's 1 card, that means he has full value. He has like 15 mana of place if he has 1 card. Oh man, and we are still beating him. I hope. I really hope. Okay, so the usual. He really likes this play. But we can take the Sunfall. He doesn't know that the second card is also a Shigeki. He can take one of them, but we'll still make the real play. He wanted to prevent it, us taking the Sunfall, but you know, it won't work. And we can also take other cards. I didn't even have to activate the token, so that means my draw will be even better than I expected. Yeah, we won the game. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, 4 cards at this stage of the game is huge. So Sunfall, because that absolutely destroys him. And I think Up the Beanstalk, so we can draw cards with both of them. And let's go for March, because it also allows us. Yep. And with this, he cannot... We play Beanstalk, then we Sunfall, and then we keep the mana for blocking this. And he cannot kill us, and he cannot win on board. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Man, he had really strong draws, man, and we still managed to do it. Alright, our opponent goes first. You are at a Teferi. Oh my god, a Teferi with a control deck. That's a new one. Let's go for... maybe green mana. Normally I take more white, but here we have the Wrenn that we want to play on curve. So we have Get Lost. It will probably be countered, so it won't be easy, but we'll try to get there. You know what? You know what? I actually like this more. If they counter, this is card for card. This is probably the card they want to counter if they can. Right, good for them. Good at magic, throwing counter spells. And we want to sneak Wrenn a little bit probably. They probably want to cast something at the end step. If they don't have lands, they really want to cast something. Cool. Let's make sure that we get the priority. We could of course kill it. To be absolutely honest, that's not perfect. Because if I played this and -1, they just use removal from their hand and kill it. So that's not really what I wanted. I expected something different. So we kinda have to play Emperor at end step, I think. They drew a land, so they scryed until the land. Let's see. I think we'll just take 3 damage, but I don't think it's a big deal. Like, it will be basically the same. They might play Memory Doors. They weren't focused on the value, so it doesn't seem that they care too much.
I've learned much.
So we will go like this, and I will make 2 samurais just to get as many cards from this as possible. You basically get a 3 for 1. Okay, this is a nice one. If they play a sweeper like Lockdown, this might be a bit of a problem, but we can always get lost this and still save everything. Alright. Alright. I honestly think that it might be a Wrenn turn. I could go for this, but I don't get the best value yet. And I think this is just a little bit better. It still gets hit by no more lies. So let's see if they have another one, if they are really good at magic. Well, not good enough. So now we can either get some cards or create more pressure. They can play a sweeper on the next turn. But we have Get Lost. So if that's an Emperor, we might be in some trouble. I have enough lands, I can risk it. I think it could be a sweeper, but that's not the worst for us. We can actually keep our planeswalkers there then. So, you know, we get some value. If we attack with this and this, they can trade for the... yeah. If that's an Emperor, I think we are kinda okay. Alright, 5 damage. I want to pressure them a little bit. Because they're a full-blown control deck with blue. Yeah, that's why I pressured so much. I hope that they want to go for Memory Douche on this turn. And that's it. Sunfall is probably... like, they want to land into Sunfall probably. But they don't know that we have 6 lands after they sweep. So the plane's loss doesn't hurt us so much. What hurts us so much is that they have 7 cards. So they won't whiff for the rest of the game. Here's the Sunfall. Alright. Let's take the mana, because why not? And I mean, that's it. We probably need to protect Wrenn. I think that's the play. I think this is the play. Let's go with this one. This one can provide more mana. And let's start pumping a little bit.
Strike fast and strike hard.
I could play the Sunrise and get some extra cards, but then I cannot, protect anything. So I think we just go with this for the cargo. Wrenn is okay, let's take her. And let's create some more pressure. Wrenn is actually pretty good at killing stuff, and we don't really want to kill him with this. The aim is to pressure him enough that he cannot deal with Wrenn. And we can ultimate in 2 turns. I don't think we will, to be absolutely honest, especially with the Blast Zone, but we'll definitely try. Huh, that's an interesting one. So I can trade the land. And I think I will. We could also get lost right now and keep the land. What are the upsides? Not really anything. We have enough lands. I think we can just go with this. And I keep get lost for any planeswalkers like Emperor or any creatures for later. Alright. And we are getting more value. We need to keep pressuring them. Let's go with the farmhand. And now the question, do we try to buff? Oh, is that get lost? Tidebinder. I'm really happy I have I'm really happy I have get lost because the loyalty is still there. Cool. So we go like this. I think he doesn't have a way to deal with Wrenn. So he counters the spell, but he doesn't disable a Planeswalker. And let's go with this. When we can ultimate, we'll get infinite value basically. And he cannot go for the Blast Zone plan because he thought he can deal with it in any way, in different way. So unless he top decks a Get Lost right now, I think we should be fine. A lot of his creatures are like flash speed, so if he was tapped at the end step, you know that he cannot, you know, pressure. Man, I want Wrenn ultimate. Please stop. Don't do the thing. Of course they are doing the thing. No way. Alright. Just extremely good at magic. What can you do, man? What can you do?
Everywhere.
Just really good at magic. Listen. I'm really committed to this game plan. Alright. I am really committed to this game plan. We have 3 mana, so no more lies won't do it. And we just keep pushing. We just keep pushing. And I'm a control player. I know how the hexproof hurts. It hurts a lot, man. And let's see. So they cannot really interact with it in any way. So let's make sure that the creature is as huge as possibly it could be.
We've got the edge in this fight.
This way, whatever they have, they won't be able to kill it. I don't need the Sunfall for sure. And let's get this one as well. They might have the, you know, flanker or something. This is not good enough. And let's attack. So flanker and yeah, they both die to this. So we can safely attack with everything. They can kill the samurai probably. Yep. But the land is still here. And every time we reanimate it, it will have the counters. They might Sunfall just for this land, but then they are really close to you know, dying. Yeah? You need to answer it. Listen, I know, I was playing Control so much in my life, like, I remember when I died to Wrenn. I know how it hurts. So. I think I know. No way, man. No. You need to really be careful with priorities here. He cannot well, he can Blast Zone up to 3, but that will cost him all mana. So if he wants to, you know, interact with it, he cannot do it. And chosen color. Right? We play this. That's it. We have to cast it before. No more lights, alright. That means only 3 mana, so he cannot play Emperor to block. Alright. Really? Another one? Bro, come on. Come on. Alright, he really does it. I didn't, like, they usually play 2 in the whole deck, so I didn't expect another one so soon. Is that a problem? It might be. It absolutely might be. I will keep the Boseiju though. Well, this might be a huge problem because I'm pretty sure he will hit Wrenn, but he is running low on cards a little bit. He can use the map tokens, and let's see it. He's at freaking 7, man. That's so close to lead. He has insane levels of answers, man. Every time he just gets the card that saves him the day. Like at some point, it will get him huge advantage over time, you know? Is that an Emperor?
Try not to miss me.
I think they might count on the plus zone to, you know, get up to 3. Oh, right. Sorry. I guess you cannot do it this way. We have a lot of mana, so no more lies won't do it. Yep, map token, sorcerer speed. And here we go. Now we can go Wrenn and force the ultimate, or just going with this. And we have Boseiju for this. If they tap all the mana and go up to 3, I Boseiju this, so they cannot answer Wrenn. Because they are at 1 right now. I wish I had this Emperor for +1 token. We would already win, man. Okay, and we need to keep the mana, right? If I don't think I need it, yeah, go for it. I know what you want. No, alright, this is different. This is different. They cannot kill the land with Sunfall or anything, unless they draw a land, because they also need to block the next land. Like, now I don't need a 6/6 land. 3/3 will do. Also, we have ultimate. This is something he basically cannot kill except sweepers. Like, he can only use Sunfall and Farewells on this. So that's super taxing on the mana. I don't know what the play is, but I would go for this. Exactly. Well, it would be such a shame if it died, because we didn't play Boseiju. Well, we came prepared, my friend. I know how to play against control, alright? Listen, I died to this kind of thing so many times. I remember how to play to make control player really hard. And Wrenn is incredibly strong. Like, the hexproof is like the biggest deal, man. If they Sunfall, they die. They need specifically Aether removal on Wrenn. Oh, they're lurking. They still have mana for Get Lost, so they actually have the chance to hit it. I really hope they won't. 3 mana. Okay. Okay. Listen. Oh man, I can ultimate right now. You know what? I'm ultimating right now. Listen, I'm not getting not emblem. No way. That's the 3rd one. How many can you throw? Are you serious, man? Oh my god. Oh, that was so sad. That was so sad. Like, he really shouldn't have so many, but he does. And here I am, with my lance from the top. Do we need Field of Ruin? The problem is that right now, I don't have the ability to easily deal this one last damage. Man, he absolutely overdrew those Tidebinders, but it actually is good for him. I mean, let's go. Let's go. How good at magic are you? Do you also have a counter spell? I think he wants to cast Memory Douche, but if he has a counter spell on this, like, we are not getting all the value from this card, and that will be probably game deciding. Like, I need him to whiff at some point in one of... He never whiffs. Oh my god, I'll give him good game, but I'll be honest. He didn't whiff for a single play during the whole game. Like, he had perfect answers from start to finish, and this was as close as it gets. Each one of the Tidebinders less, and we would win. Each Get Lost less, we would win. Each Normalize less, we would win. But, well, it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. Right, we're going first, and let's see it. I really want to show you those sunrises. Selesnya is nice. It will ramp us into sunrise as well. It doesn't die to lockdown, and we can play lockdown. So this is a bit of a whiff of a turn, but the next ones will be pretty strong. Alright, let's go like this. And let's start ramping. So, unfortunately, instead of being the best card that wins us the game, it just became the worst card that is absolutely useless. But that's where Selesnya comes in. And let's see if they, you know, leyline it. Let's see if they leyline it. Is it white mana? They have everything, right? Okay, it's not a white mana. So, that means we can just go with this. And we can start gaining some value. We cannot use the big stuff on this turn, but let's start gaining some life. And on the next turn we can play the Tyrant. Unless they remove it. We'll see. We'll see. We both are powering, but I definitely need to cycle those lockdowns. I have second Celestus, so I should be able to. And, you know, the life gain isn't the biggest deal, but, you know, it helps. It helps. Don't do the thing, bro. Like, you don't want to kill it. You want to cast your cool attacks. And will there ever be a day when they don't draw it in top 12 cards? Like, it actually is possible to not draw it. Especially multiples. However, you know what? I think we go like this. If we draw a land, we can cycle Celestus manually. And, you know, if the Shuffler doesn't want to cooperate, we will just do it our way. And let's get rid of those lockdowns, shall we? Second Beanstalk is pretty decent. And we can potentially cast the Tyrant on the next turn. So even if they remove it, we still get to draw 2 cards, which is pretty huge. That's it. I actually... Wow. Whoa. Bro, come on. Do you want to tell me something? Oh man, that's a very not universal build. How do we deal with it, man? I cannot cast it because we lose the stuff, right? It's every permanent. So we are not drawing cards with Up the Beanstalk. We whiffed on the land as well, so we can play Tyrant, but true, it wouldn't trigger anyway. So I guess we need to just cycle cards. Let's keep cycling. Yeah, we don't need the lockdown right now. We also missed the land, but we'll at least double trigger, so hopefully we'll get somewhere. We need some interactions. This never taps, so we don't need the Emperor right now. Man. Really, bro? Really? I've seen one of those versions so far. It seems to be more popular lately, but you know, it's still one version. So let's see it. Is that Atraxa for like 20 cards or something? Alright, 4 damage to the face, I'll take it with some little dignity. And we can just play Nissa. That's an interesting one, let's go for it. We might have 1 trigger, I don't know if we have more. So we will draw a card. We will have Nissa, we can either kill this and get the Sunrise back, which is really tempting. It will make Nissa way worse for the rest of the game, but man, it's not nothing. Or we can just make an 8-8. Okay, let's go for an 8-8. We have a lot of cards, so I think that we can live with this, without this. We can always get it on the next turn. If he cannot remove Nissa, he also probably cannot remove this. He doesn't want to Sunfall because he kills his own Elesh Norn. And the cool thing is that Nissa doesn't have enter the battlefield effect. It's just an ability, so this doesn't counter it. And the moment this dies, we can unleash the rest of the deck. Like when we play this and make a token, we will have like 20-20 in stats and draw 2 extra cards. 3 extra cards with Up the Beanstalk and 4 with the draw. Like we will absolutely crush his value. Like we can even try to play. Yeah, I don't think he can kill. Yeah, that will be. Oh right, he can double the triggers, right? Alright, sure. 8 damage with 8 lifelink for 6 mana on top of a creature. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. But it's still great that we have an 8-8. And we are drawing every turn, so I think we should get... Man, this is literally the first time I've seen this in my life. But you know what? We are okay with it. What do we go for? I could run, but it's not very good here. I think we keep cycling until we start hitting... what do we start hitting? Sunfalls. Because we need to remove Elesh Norn. We don't even need Sunfalls, it just can be... any kind of, like, we just need removal at some point during this game, which isn't, you know, a very big deal. It should happen. So one is on Angel, and second one is on Angel as well. I don't think killing Triumphs makes much sense. Like, he will just get the basic that he lacks the most. I mean, I don't really have other plays, so maybe... so not Cavern of Souls, right? He is double blue, a lot of white. And a lot of... Man, that's not very good. I don't see the point. Do we attack? No. We just need to keep cycling until the Shuffler has mercy on us, because our draws suck so far. I like Celestus. When he realizes how much I'm doing with it, he can kill one of them, so I need the backup one probably. I will go with Wrenn. I want Lance as well for the next turns. I'm just waiting until I kill this so I can play my deck, basically. Like, she disabled basically everything we had, so he will draw 2 cards. That's not great. So suddenly this becomes a card though. You know, it's not a good card if your opponent ever hits a removal, but of course we didn't. So yeah, he's getting the value he should not have really. Also, then he can interact with 8 damage planeswalkers much more easily. So really on the good side for our opponent. The only you know, saving grace is that he doesn't have Atraxa right now. And we basically keep cycling until at some point we get the cards. That's kinda the whole play. Like, I'm just cycling and waiting until the Shuffler will have mercy on me not hitting a single removal this game. And we can cycle basically 3 cards in a turn. Alright, it seems that he woke up. I forgot what I was doing even. So let's cycle one of the cards. More lands, thank you Shuffler. Bro, we're not doing anything. We're waiting until the Shuffler allows us to play the game basically. Because I think I know the result if that's what we're doing. More lands, great. I'll take the Survey land because it basically gives me an extra draw. And you can say that, well, my opponent also isn't playing too much. He's drawing 1 card a turn, I'm drawing 3 a turn, man. Like, I'm drawing basically Memory Douche every single turn. And I still can't hit stuff. Alright, it also becomes disabled, but it's fine, I would play it anyway. At some point I have to hit a removal, right? Even the Shuffler cannot prevent it. I mean, this is something at least. You know what? At this point, let's go. He will get a land. He cannot counter it. Why we are doing it? Because it draws cards. And it doesn't seem he can remove this. So he can get extra land. And we will get extra cards. And finally, we can fix this draw. Right, I don't know if he roped because he lost his potential or what, but it's fine. So, we can go with Wrenn actually here. But then we can lose her to Eiganjo, so I don't think it's worth it. Let's draw a card. More lands, thank you. I love those. I tell you, man, at some point we will draw a removal. At some point. Let's take action. Oh my god, that's a land. It took only around 14 cards or something, but we are there. You know, we will get to the real stuff. Alright, I guess not. He drew another one. Cool. This is a top deck. He didn't have one before. Alright. So he can remove 2 things, which is of course great for him. He's really good at Magic. And he will be able to deal 7 damage, but that will be the last time he can do it. Alright, and now we can finally fix this mess of a game and win the game, because I think that's what happens. He has so many of those, so... Human. Who is your human? I have 0 idea, man, but he has one. So, let's go with Sunfall first, I guess. And let's see what the card is. We might double spell on the... I should probably up the Beanstalk, but I'm not super... Now we get the Get Lost? Really? Now? Oh man. The draw is something else. So we can go Wrenn and start attacking him. Not the worst deal, to be absolutely honest. We can also go Emperor and start just, you know, chaining a lot of stuff. Which I kinda like the more. And I don't need to cycle. Like, my cards are great. I don't need to cycle them. So I will probably play Emperor and start building the board. Stomper, sure. We can even get the Leyline if we really want. I mean, this is not a bad deal. I have 4, 7 and 3. So I can kill this with Get Lost and Then draw a lot of cards with this. Sure. Sure. A lot of creatures. Okay, okay. It might be a bit harder then. So how do we go about it? I still think we go Emperor, man. That's just way better. Like, we need some double blocking. And we absolutely take a card. Okay. I think at this point Celestus did his job, so we need different stuff. Okay, so we probably want to go this into Tyrant. Because we will get so much stuff from this. And we are getting back to 7 cards right now. So with this we should be absolutely fine for nearly rest of the game. A land, very nice. I really wanted a land here. And now we can make more stuff. And we have 2 mana for either the token or get lost. And that should be good. We are at 19, so it's hard to kill us. So we don't have Sunfall, but we can actually fight on board with what he has with this, you know, with this board. It's what? Only 19? It's not too much. Let's see. What is the play? He got 1 card. And his hand doesn't seem to be great. He cannot really kill the Tyrant. If he kills it with anything except Lifeline Binding, you know, it gives the value. If he keeps attacking, like, I can just buffer everything, I think. Alright, so we block this and we double block this. He deals 9 damage. Oh, 12 damage, right? A little bit more. Do I want to kill this? Sure. Let's mitigate a little bit. Because we have Get Lost, so we can kill whatever he plays anyway. It could be Sunfall. But we don't mind it too much. I'm fine with Sunfall. Like, we have more value than he has. 37 is a lot, so it will take a while to, you know, grind him down. But he needs specifically Sunfall to kill the Tyrant. And then we are still fine, actually. Okay. Alright. Well, that was a power play. But he has 2 cards only. Like, I'm winning anyway. So, let's go for Nissa, maybe. Let's draw some cards. Do I need more? I actually need to start killing him, I think. So let's go with Nissa. And start making those huge creatures. 1, 2. If I hit a land, I can attack with Wrenn. But it doesn't seem I will be able to. This is a tap land. So we probably just keep Get Lost going. Let's go this on white. Let's make... do we want it back? It's after the combat phase, so I don't think we want. I don't think I care even. And let's make some big creatures right now.
Remember your training.
And I don't want to play Up the Beanstalk because I will mill myself. Like, I already need to be very, very careful to not overdraw. And we'll be permanently at 7. At 7 cards, sure. What is the target? Probably Nissa. Man, they had so much life in this game. Alright, 1 Emperor and 1 Nissa, or what? What is your strategy, my friend?
Back to wandering.
Oh, they double targeted Emperor for some reason? Alright, sure. Nobody will prevent it, my friend. Do I get lost this and get more mana? You know what? This gives trample. I'll take it. Especially that we can get all back, everything back with Shigeki. So let's start getting more and more. Yeah, that should be absolutely enough.
Fight beside us.
Trample. Honestly, I want trample. That will be a lot of damage. Man, those tokens are no joke. Man, we will hit for 30 in like 2 turns. Alright, good choice, good choice. But we can hold all the mana now. I could also farewell this kind of stuff. But I don't think we need to. Like, how is he supposed to win? Even Atraxa won't help him. Man, he's at 35. We drew 15 cards more than this guy. That's a lot. That's a lot. And he has only 3 cards. Nuh-uh. You need to draw something different, my friend. Yep. Now we need to play more. And we can get Shigeki at the end step. Sure. So he can get a forest. That's the problem with ramp cards when you draw them late game. Well, they just feel sad. Well, you have one extra land, my friend. And here's the populate. Alright. That's a fair try, but we can just keep doing it forever. So he needs to draw the populate basically every 1 or 2 turns. And what are the cards? So I can only get double get lost. I didn't realize that I have so little. So we will go with the Emperor right now. We can also start Field of Ruining him. But it will make his draw better, so I don't want to. If I go 1 to... Okay, we don't have to. Okay, we are doing it like this. So let's keep making big creatures and big tokens. So he needs to draw a lot of stuff. And now we go Wrenn. And we start to pump even more. Let's go Field of Ruin. If they kill it, we can always sacrifice it in response. Let's go with the Trample and +1/+1. It's 2 extra damage basically. And every damage might matter. See, we got them already back to normal levels of you know, lives total. 2 cards. He is drawing the populate every turn so far. So let's go with this. And we kill this. I wanted to do it because I can get back Field of Ruin with Shigeki if I want. So, you know. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed, and man, I actually realized that after I have like the full length of the video, I only had 2 games. So the last game, the one you have just seen, the unranked one, was actually the bonus game. I didn't think it would go so long. I wanted some mono red, but I couldn't find one. So I hope you enjoyed this this deck and this gameplay. The games were absolutely epic, and I will tell you exactly what the best cards seem to be. Man, Nissa and the Tyrant. Those cards are insane powerhouses, and of course it's very hard to cast them, but man, especially the Tyrant, because it can block on its own, and if it dies you get even more value and more life gain. Man, every time I use the Tyrant in my deck, it's just absolutely glorious. This is probably one of the coolest cards for green right now, and something that you really want to ramp for. For this reason, we also have the ramp of Celestus, Shigeki, Glorious Sunrise, and Goldvein Hydra. And I know this seems like a weird addition, especially for a control deck, but I really think having this one possibility during the game to just haste something into the board, nobody expects it. It will mess their plans super hard, and you don't have too much Planeswalkers removal. It's only like get lost basically and creatures that you can play. Wrenn is a little bit of Planeswalker removal because it can create a creature with haste, but it's always messy. With Hydra, especially with Trample, it's just so easy and it will get your opponent off guard. And when they finally kill it, great, then you have even more value and you can just go crazy. You have seen that it enables some insane turns with, you know, 3 or 4 spells. What about the Glorious Sunrise? Obviously this is a little bit of a slow card, and you need, you know, if it works, it's really good because it gives you all this extra mana. It basically double ramps you, and drawing. I usually liked drawing cards with this. I'm not sure if that's because it's my style or it is the best ability. I didn't really go for the live game, but I guess that's obvious if we didn't hit, you know, the aggro deck, so we didn't need to stabilize. We just needed more value. But man, this extra mana really helps, especially that Wrenn can be cast from a triple green, so you can use this single land to cast Wrenn or Celestus or something like it, or even Up the Beanstalk. If you want to use Shigeki, you need to main phase. You usually play this, wait 1 turn, get some effect, you know, draw a card, gain a life, and then on the next turn you use all this extra mana to just go absolutely crazy with one of those. So I honestly really like the deck. I think it's very different than Azorius or Esper or Dimir. It's very fresh way to play the matchup, and it still retains most of the power thanks to white, all the sweepers and all the, you know, control interaction part. Up the Beanstalk and Shigeki seem to be perfect for the deck because either you take cards, and one of the reasons Tyrant is so great in this deck is that it's not legendary. Your win cons are generally legendary. You only have like what, Glorious Sunrise and the Hydra, but with this Tyrant and Hydra you can absolutely just keep chaining them with Shigeki. They need 2 separate exile effects for those, and even then you just have Mirrex. You can still take Mirrex from your graveyard, so no, you have a lot of things to do with Shigeki. But if you only end with legendary, sometimes it gets rough, so I learned to pay attention to those, types basically. And yeah, we needed double Celestus because we are a little short on draw. Of course, if you meet a full heavy blown control style, you need to be smart. Probably Wrenn is your friend. Like you have seen how hard it is for a control deck to answer this, and they usually don't have enough Planeswalker removal, and you have actually really heavy Planeswalker build with Wrenn, Emperor, and then Nissa to top everything. So if they cannot answer one of them, you can absolutely drain their value very quickly, and we don't care about the Sunfalls because we have a lot of instant removal or just play lockdown and get rid of all the tokens. So as always, I said it won't be long. It was way longer than I expected, but if you are interested, if you are still watching, you probably enjoyed the deck, so you get some insight after me playing it. And yeah, I hope you had a great fun. I enjoyed the games today, and this deck is very fun to play, so it might be something for you. That's kinda it. Alright guys, thank you for being here, you are absolutely amazing, and without you this channel wouldn't exist, so thank you. That's it. Let's end. Alright, have fun guys, and see you tomorrow.